In this lesson, we're just going to be doing a refresher on NMAP. NMAP is a port scanning utility, and NMAP gives us the ability to probe systems either on our network or on other networks to see whether they are there and what ports may be listening. A very simple NMAP scan here is just doing a SYN scan. So I'm going to run nmap minus lowercase s for scan and capital S for SYN scan. Now I could also do an operating system version check, and here is where I would put the IP addresses. At this point, I'm going to run it against this one. And I need to specify that it's an administrative user that needs to be running this, so I'm going to use sudo. And that's because I'm going to be working with basically raw packets, which means I'm going to be building the packets from scratch in order to set the flags the way that I need to in order to do this SYN scan. So I'm going to run the SYN scan, going to run it against this particular IP address. And again, it's just going to go off and send a bunch of packets out over the network to this particular IP address and figure out which ports are open. So the reason that we do this is because we want to see what applications may be listening on those ports and maybe find out whether there are vulnerabilities attached to those particular ports in those applications or not. Also, we can get a sense of what operating system is running, and that may give us some ideas about vulnerabilities for the target. So right here, we're running Linux 2.6.x, for example. At least that's what it believes, somewhere between 2.6.13 and 2.6.32. And we've got 3 ports open based on the default ports that I scanned. So I could do something like this, and that says scan all ports. I could also do scan ports 0 to 1024. That's going to scan all of the ports in that range. There's a set of some number of ports that get scanned just by default that NMAP goes and looks at because they're well-used ports, well-known ports. They're pretty common, and so that's the port that NMAP uses to do just a basic scan. That's just a quick refresher on NMAP, and we're going to do scan types coming up.